think I was actually gonna film today, but thought I might as well should. I'm actually coming back home from AutoZone, and I'm actually not working on my car today. I'm actually working on my sister's car. She has a 2008 G35, and those actually came with an HR. I actually picked up a few parts for it, just spark plugs and coil pack. Car had a misfire the other day, scanned it. It was cylinder 4, so I actually switched the coil pack from cylinder 4 to cylinder 2 to see if it was actually the coil pack or the spark plugs itself. So yeah, as I thought, it went from cylinder 4 to cylinder 2. Don't quote me on that. I'm not no mechanic. That's just what I know. So it works. So I did it for my car. So hopefully it works for hers. I'll see if I can film. I'll film as much as I can, pretty much. It's nothing crazy. I'll just show the steps of you know, taking off everything and then putting it back together. I actually went with some Denso spark plugs. I believe these are OEM, or I looked it up. So what I did is I went on the Nissan/Infiniti page, looked up the part number for the OEM ones, and then I just looked up the part number on AutoZone, and these are the same ones. They look the same as the ones I took off the car recently, so we're going with these. And then for the coil pack, I just ran Itachi. I ran these on my G, just basic coil pack, nothing crazy. I ran that one on this car and it's been fine, so I thought I just might as well go again with it. Yeah, I'll catch y'all guys in a bit. And here she is. Like I said, bone stock. Looks all dirty. I gotta give these cars a wash. This one and my car. Pretty much, I don't have nowhere to set up my phone, so I'll see how I film it or how I can do it like a little time lapse. But pretty much, like I said, I'm gonna remove the cover. I'm gonna remove the cover. Gotta take out both intakes, and then you should be able to reach the coil packs. Cylinder 4 and 6, you might have to remove the throttle body. So we'll see. I'll see if I can set up my phone. If not, then I'll just hold on to it, and then I'll just give you guys each step I take. But yeah, that's pretty much all. So yeah, now that I took off the cover, you can see a little better. We're gonna start by taking off both intakes. I'll start by this side first. I already took off the 10 mil that goes here. 10 mil. Loosen up the clamps with the flathead, and both clamps. Take off the sensor. I already took it off. This should pop up. I normally don't take it off because I'm too lazy to take off this clip right here. But I just move it to the side. I'll take off this section. I'll take this out. I move this clamp. I'll move it back. This one should pop off once you move that clamp back there. Not sure if you can see this clamp back here. It should come off. So you can move that whole section off. That would get you access to coil pack number 2 or piston 2. There you can change the coil pack and the spark plug of that side. It's right there. It's right here. You can just take off that 10. I think the spark plugs on this car is actually a 14 millimeter, not a 5/8 socket. And then for 4 and 6, you have to take off the throttle body. So we'll get to that. Yeah, let me take off everything and then I'll pick it back up. So I skipped quite a bit. Like I said, I took off the intake, took it off, took off the middle part, disconnected these hoses, connected that hose, took off the coil pack. Pretty much the coil pack sits right there. I'll have a 10 mil on this side. Just disconnect the plug. This is actually the coil pack that was bad. If you notice here, it's a little burnt. There you can see the, you know, when the coil is bad. Pretty much just old. The car has over 100,000 miles. It should starting to go bad over 100,000 miles. I was starting to take off the spark plug, which sits in there. I was actually taking it off. These cars don't have a 5/8, so I actually had to use a 14 millimeter socket. Take it out, and then eventually I'll just have to stick a magnet down there and take it out. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Same thing goes with all 3 here. Like I said, the difference with this one is just you'll have to just take off the throttle body, which is 4 bolts. Take it off. You don't have to take it off completely. Just take it off and then move it to the side wherever you need access to. I mean, you can take it off if you want better space, but since I don't feel like disconnecting all these hoses, I'll just take it off, set it down, and then it'll work back there. Like I said, I'm gonna take off that spark plug. I'll probably go one by one. I'll take off that spark plug, get the gap and everything right. I'll give you guys information about the gap if I find it. I I'll have to look through and see what's the right gap spacing for it. But yeah, I'll get back to it. There we go. Okay, now she's coming out. Okay. Please don't fall. There we go. Oh. So yeah, this is the old spark plug. They weren't actually too well. The point wasn't actually too. Let me see if it focuses. So yeah, the point itself wasn't too bad. The spark plug itself was probably. Yeah. So yeah, let's replace it. This is the new one. Let me show you guys. I'm trying to do all this with one hand, I think. Okay. So this is the new one. Same brand. Here you can see the difference between them. Same thing. There we go. Oh, pretty much same thing. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna measure the gap. The gap, what I mean is this right here. So what you'll do is you'll slide the spark plug itself around until you get to like I said, 0.044 or 0.44. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah, spark plug's back in. Time to put the new coil pack in. That's pretty much it. What you do, it just slides in here. Slides in here. Let me move this plug out the way. Slides in. Give it a little push. You should feel it fall in. There you go. Plug this back in. Okay, let me do that. Let me do this real quick. Okay. Plug that back in. Put the 10mm back, and that's pretty much it for that. For that piston. Pretty much keep doing the same thing back. Take off 2. Take off. This is 2. Take off 4. Take off 6. The only thing different here that you have to do is take off the throttle body. It's literally just these 4 bolts. I feel like if I film everything, then the video will be too long because I still need that other side. But that's pretty much it. So you take off the throttle body, move these hoses out the way, and then you just take off that, and then 10mm back there, and that's pretty much it. Nothing too fancy. The other side I'll have to see. It's probably a little more difficult. This is probably the easier side. But yeah, if I run into anything that I think I'll have to film, I'll film. If anything is the rest is pretty self-explanatory. I don't want to make the video too long. Yeah. But now the throttle body's off. Be careful, don't mess with the gasket. You don't want to get new gaskets. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This is a screw. It's a T30 bit, I believe. You don't have to take it off completely. You can just move it around. So you just move it down to the side. You get your access to those 2 coil packs. That's pretty much it. If you like, you can take off the sensor, which I probably will, just so I don't mess up anything. I'll probably disconnect that sensor and then just move it to the side. I didn't know if I mentioned, but the spark plug itself, it's a 14mm. The 5.8 doesn't work on it. It's too big, so 14mm, and then 10mm, and then just the plug. Pretty much it. Like I said, I didn't want to make the video too long, so I won't film everything. But yeah, I'll just move this out of the way. Get to those two coil packs, and then that's pretty much it for this side. Same process all around. It's just pretty much just moving stuff around, putting it back in, and calling it a day. But yeah, I'll catch on a bit. All right, so we're pretty much done with this side. Kind of skipped through it again, but pretty much, like I said, took off the 2 coil packs. The back one was a little difficult because I couldn't get an extension on there for the spark plug, but it wasn't too bad. Got it down there, put it back in, put the throttle body back in, intake back in, plug these hoses back in, intake itself, tighten the clamps, everything's fine. So I'm done with this side. Now we gotta move on to the next. All right, so now that we're on this side, pretty much same thing. 10mm, unplug, unscrew. It was probably better if you took it off. Let me see. Yeah, it's probably better if you take it off this clamp, pull it back, and then this should be a 10mm. It'll take off the whole intake right here. Then same thing, throttle body, pretty much repeating on the same side. Each coil looks easy to get to. This one might be a hassle with all the, yeah, this one might be a hassle with all the hoses in the back, but it shouldn't be nothing crazy. It's just figuring out what to move out the way and not. But yeah, let me start off by taking out the intakes, and then I'll get to the rest. All right, so I took off the 10, unplugged the sensor. It has a clip back here. You just push down, pops right off. Unscrewed the clamp itself. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. Just push back on the hose. The hose, there's a little split. I'm not sure why. It came like that. Should just pop off right off. Yep, there we go. Like I said, I don't feel like taking off this, so I just normally just set it to the side, like so. Gives you a little bit of room. And then, yeah, just leave it there. Same thing here. Unscrew this, this clamp. Let's see. Just unscrew this clamp. Okay, that moved down. So there you go. Then let's take off this hose right here. I'm pretty sure you can see it. Let me see. You get tweezers, pliers, whatever they're called. I believe it's pliers. Just pull it down, pull it back. It should pop off. It should pop off. I'll have to do it with two hands. Those are normally tough. This should be a 10. Let me see. Yep. There we go. All right. Let me try to take this off one-handed. Okay. You might be able to just get a 10 in there, take off the 10, twist the coil pack, and then pull it out. And then same with these you'll take off the throttle body, so these hoses will come out the way anyways. And yeah, that's about it. All right, so yeah, pretty much like I said, you'll take off that 10, twist the coil pack. Don't really force it too much, but just pull this hose down and it should pop off right off. This section here, instead of me taking off the tube here, what I did is I disconnected it from over here. Let me see if you can see a little better. So instead of taking off this side, because I was afraid I would crack the line, I just took it off for the side I already had took it off, so it was already loose. And yeah, that popped off right off. I probably won't film the rest, but same thing. Take off spark plug, pull it out, throttle body, four bolts, pull out, and then that's about it. You pop these off, and then that should be done. I'll record once I finish, and then I'll start it up, see how it runs. Okay. So I took off the throttle body. Pretty much like I said, 2 10s. Let's crack those off. There you go. Let's crack this one. I already broke this one loose. So just twist off. Yeah, those should be. Yeah. And then pull these out. Pull out the plugs. All right. So last spark plug coming in. We'll shut that down. You should do it with a mat. Oh well. Let me see. There you go. I'll just sit down with my finger because, like I said, since it's not a 5/8, the 5/8 socket has for spark plugs, it has like a rubber that the spark plug just falls in, and then you don't have to stick your hand on there. But since these cars don't run with the 5/8, they actually, you pull them out with the 14mm. I just set them down with my finger. Theirs not set down, as you can see, it's not set down correctly, but once with the socket, I'll move it around and then it should sit. So I'll just get this socket down there, move it around, have it sit right in the middle, and you just twist back on. Okay, and you just get your socket, your wrench, put that back on. You don't want to tighten it too much. There should be good. There you have a spark plug back in. Now you just get the coil pack, old coil pack. These are fine. Just pop it back. All right, you might on this back one you might want to put the sensor on first. Let me get that back on with my 2 hands, and then I'll record you. All right, now that I got those two plugs back in, just put my 10mm. We're almost done. better with my hand in. Finish. All right, so that's all the plugs back in. Now we just got to put everything together. Throttle body in. I'll plug that plug in here. Throttle body sits in here. Then yeah, it's 4 screws, and that's about it. Just pretty much putting everything together. All right, I'm pretty much done. Put everything together. Low-key feel like I'm repeating myself, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Plug the intake back in. I gotta put this 10 mil back on. This was what I was talking about. I gotta put that clamp back on, but I just took it out of here, and then that's when I took out the whole intake. Yeah, that's about it. I did all the spark plugs are done. The coil pack that needed to be replaced, I replaced it. That's about it. I'll give it a startup to make sure everything runs good, and then that's pretty much it for the video. There it goes. She's running. No misfire from what I hear. I'll rescan it to make sure. I'll take it to my friend's shop, and I'll have him rescan it, make sure there's no misfire. But from what I see so far, there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, that's pretty much it from this part of the video. But that's pretty much it for the video. Like I said, I worked on my sister's car, not on this one. That's why it was an HR and not a D. Like I said, I pretty much changed the spark plugs and the coil pack like you guys saw in the video.